In this episode, we will be exploring Tbilisi in Georgia. It is a eat, pray, love, and explore kind of trip. When it comes to the eating part, the Georgian cuisine is absolutely amazing. From khachapuri to Khinkali with the melted butter and the amber wine, we've got it all. When it comes to the praying part, well, you'll find us in a church, going deep behind the scenes, shoulders covered and all, well integrated. When it comes to love, the city is full of love, and we're going to explore the nightlife and see the partying scene, the people, and everything in between. So welcome to this episode, exploring Tbilisi, Georgia, from high above, deep in the streets, and so much more. So if you're ready, let's get this started. How did we get to Tbilisi, Georgia? Well, we didn't take a flight. We actually drove all the way from neighboring Armenia. That's right. In Yerevan, we took a private taxi van and drove all the way to Sivan, close to the Azerbaijan border, and then finally into Georgia. How's the room?
Good.
All right, Tbilisi, we are in our room. Looks good. And I was going to show you the toilet, but Nicola's inside, so we're going to have to wait. How are you sitting? All right, this is the bathroom.
And you ain't me stupid.
No, I'm sorry about that. So anyway, I opened the door and the reception guy was there, but I didn't check if the toilet bathroom was
Available.
and someone was sitting there, and we had a bit of a situation.
and he's stupid.
I'm sorry.
You really stupid.
Nicola, what's happening with the room? What do you don't like?
I respect these two, but I don't respect this one because everybody has some cats and dogs.
So, they're eating the cats and dogs?
Exactly.
All right.
Kung Fu Panda.
We need to bring dogs and cats into the room. Don't forget to get some Georgian money. Money, money, money. Money. After checking into our rooms, we went around the hotel to see the facility and also have our welcome drink with the hotel owner's son. The hotel featured a swimming pool and a sauna, which is great because when traveling with a child, a swimming pool is an essential item. After an evening swim, we decided to go out for dinner, and we went to a local Georgian place around the corner. The place looked fantastic with a great atmosphere, and I got to see the chef in action as well. Here he is busy making something called a khachapuri, which is a bread, oil, water with cheese kind of dish. That is the cheese being cut and it's going to be placed on top like a pizza pie, something like that. But anyway, this khachapuri is very famous in Georgia, and if you haven't tried it in your local Georgian restaurant, I recommend you check it out because it is absolutely delicious, and it is cooked like the Italian pizza in a stone oven, which I totally approve, and it tasted fantastic. We were seated outside to catch the cool evening breeze, and also we were quite loud, especially the laughing part, so we thought it would be a little bit more considerate for the people inside. What followed next was ordering too much food. This is the walnut eggplant dish, the local salad, the Khinkali, which is like Georgian dumplings, some amber wine, and this type of bread. I forgot to check what it was, but it was absolutely delicious, freshly made. Next up, we had dolma featuring warm rice and meat, beautiful chicken kebabs, and that khachapuri that I showed you earlier that the chef was making. Well, this is the finished product. And to top it off, my friend ordered some chicken mashed potato dish. After dinner, we decided to go do an evening city tour because the city was well lit up, so let's check this out. Tbilisi is a big city with an even bigger nightlife, and to see most of the city, we decided to go in the special looking car, which lasted around an hour, so it was good value for money. Alright, this is the city tour. The journey comes with its own Spotify playlist, so the music is pumping. It's very close to the Peace Bridge. You get to see quite a bit of the city, especially at nighttime with the air flying through your hair. Oh yeah. One of the happening places in Tbilisi is close to the I Love Tbilisi sign, and we're gonna get there in a moment after this evening drive segment. There are many cop cars around, and that's just part of the city's safety. While driving through the old town, you'll notice there's blocks of concrete on the ground, so you get a bit of a chiropractic shake-up on the trip, but the views are amazing, as you can see Mother Armenia on top of the hill over here.
Riding the streets of Tbilisi, that's where we are.
The seats actually do have seat belts, so if you're concerned about safety, it got you covered. Also, the next thing is, I've placed a longer version of this video on the channel, and the link to that is in the description below. While the vibe on the streets may look like a weekend night, it's actually a Monday evening. While driving around, you get to see a lot of the city, like the Liberty Square monument just over here. And this roundabout is built right around it, so going by vehicle and taking photos of it is not a bad option. Here's a video of this place during the daytime so you can see the scale of it, because it's not that easy when you're driving around it. Anyway, we went onto the main street, which also features the Parliament House, which is large, and it also has stairs, which is a gathering spot for a lot of the local people. On this journey, we got to see a lot of things, including the Tbilisi Concert Hall, which is this building right over here, with a screen in front and a statue in front of it. Next up on what felt like a highway was actually the Freedom Square, this monument right in front of us. The vehicle moves quite slow, so you get to see quite a bit of it and you don't rush past it. There is also flexibility with the driver, so you can stop at places to grab some cash or a drink if needed. This is one of our quick pit stops for cash.
This is the team leader, the teacher. How you doing?
Yeah.
Are you enjoying your ride?
Yeah.
Should we see the city like this more often? Alright.
It was kid-friendly, it has got a seatbelt, but it was a bit late at night. Anyway, this is the Tbilisi Center for Music and Culture, and we moved a little bit further. One thing I wanted to quickly bring to your attention is you do have to pay cash for this trip, which costs around $95 is 250 local currency. So let's get back into this city tour. Georgia is one of those countries that is visa-free for Saudi Arabian travelers, so we even have an Arab district where there's a lot of shisha and Arabian food. While a lot of the churches here are spectacular to look at in the daytime, it is even more incredible at nighttime, as you can see over here. The Holy Trinity Cathedral of Tbilisi, which I have another video of as well, and you can see the link in the description. This building over here is the Public Service Hall, which we like to call the Mushroom Building, and it is right along the river. This is one of those unique buildings in Tbilisi which brings the city a bit of its character, as a lot of the buildings built here are very modern and cool. And there is no shortage of churches along the trip. This is one of the favorite places of mine in Tbilisi, the Peace Bridge, which is very lit up at nighttime and even a lot more fun to cross it. What you see behind it is not the moon, that is actually a balloon which goes up if it is not too windy. The balloon is situated in Reich Park, which is on the other side of the river here. It is quite hot in the evening in July, but driving in this vehicle without windows, there's a breeze constantly keeping you cool. As I mentioned earlier, we drove around for roughly about an hour, which was a lot longer than I anticipated, but we got to see a lot of the city, and the driver was very knowledgeable to bring us up to speed about the city. This is under the bridge, and now you can see the Metaki Church, which is set on a cliff along the river, and that is lit up at night, which creates this amazing evening vibe. The church and the river is very close to where the actual city tour car starts and finishes, and this is us on our way back in to finish the tour. This was the ET go home moment when it captured the cable car in front of the balloon, which looked like a moon. The music you hear in the background is close to the I Love Tbilisi sign, and we're going to go see that in a moment. But one final look of the city from the top before we go in. Once again, there's a lot of water, there's a lot of lights and reflections. It's a beautiful place for evening photography, especially around the Peace Bridge and this area. This place right in front of the I Love Tbilisi sign is totally happening every night.
Listen, Iraq. That's it, phenomenon.
This one, fig.
Does it come with fig and cheese?
No cheese, just fig.
No ice cream?
No ice cream. Ice cream, we have.
This pedestrian-only street is where you want to be for the nightlife, the entertainment, the food, and everything else. That's a wrap from day one in Tbilisi. See you in the morning. We actually slept in, which you are supposed to do on holiday, and at 10 a.m. we went to the local city mall because I needed my coffee. The coffee did the job, and I must say the city mall is very modern and with international brands as well. You got Cinnabon right there. And the food court is quite clean, quite calm, so I enjoyed my meal. Also, inside the mall, it's just like any other big city, has a cinema up on the top. And the reason we came to the mall was for the kiddo stuff. What is this store? Is it your favorite? Is it a dark blue stitch?
This is normal color.
After the mall, I was craving some spicy food and we found a South Indian place on the medical campus. Yes, we were the only tourists on campus surrounded by medical students. Yep, we kind of felt safe. After a pretty chill day too, the evening involved going to see Mother Georgia, who holds a glass of wine in the left hand for friends and a sword to fight off the enemies in the right hand. This is located on Solalaki Hill in Tbilisi, and it takes roughly about 15 minutes to go there by a car taxi service like Bolt or Yandex. You can also take the cable car from Reek Park, where you see the white balloon down there. It actually comes all the way up to Mother Georgia. Also, while I am showing you this view, you can see the Mushroom Building and Liberty Square just over there on the left side, and so much more from the top. So this is a good way to start to get to know the city by coming to the top. So Mother Georgia was built out of wood in 1958, and in 1963 got covered in aluminium to make it permanent and protect it against the weather. It is kid-friendly, and Nicola is getting busy taking photographs as well. So Mother Georgia has actually had quite a bit of a makeover, because in 1997 the whole statue got replaced with the aluminium version. And that was the final part of the makeover, and now Mother Georgia overlooks Tbilisi city. And when you come here at sunset, you get great views of the city. And as you've seen earlier in the video, the daytime view and the nighttime view of Tbilisi city is very contrastingly different. We are on the top of Mother Georgia, just looking down in the city. Spectacular views. Let us show you. How busy does it get? Well, this is a Tuesday early evening around 5 o'clock, and as you can see, the lights are coming up, and there is shops as well on the top, including some public toilets. So anyway, we strolled these narrow streets checking out all this touristy stuff, and there was some food and drinks places as well. Nothing that I strongly recommend, but it's just there just in case your kiddo or yourself, you get hungry or thirsty. There's refreshments and snacks. Anyway, this is the cable car that goes all the way down to Reich Park across the Kura River. There is a lot of photography going on over here, like an influencer gym, so just be mindful not to step in the way. And if you do, don't worry, because the Georgian people are very helpful and have a good sense of humor. Anyway, this is us catching the cable car to get down. There's already 5 in here, and I'm trying to say, no. There's a 6 and a 7 walked in. So I'm not very comfortable being in a cable car with too many people, but the ride went smooth. The reason I am not comfortable with cable cars is when I was younger in Vancouver in winter, I was stuck in a cable car for approximately 90 minutes over really cold, freezing looking water. That was a long time ago, and the technology has improved massively since then, and we enjoyed a ride over the Kura River into Reich Park. And as you can see in the background, that is the Peace Bridge, and over here we have the air balloon that goes up when the weather is good. That means if it's not too windy. Touchdown! Once we arrived, we went and explored Reich Park, which is one of those places you need to take a kiddo because it's very child friendly and has a lot of entertainment available. These entertaining fountains was one of the highlights of the park, and this is just the beginning of the nightlife of Tbilisi. When it gets lit up, the rest of the city starts getting really exciting as well. And we finally got to cross the Peace Bridge. This is the steps up to the bridge from the side, and you can also just cross from the main area. After all the photography and crossing the bridge, we ended up at a Spanish place for some paella and watching Spain versus France in the World Cup semi-finals. That's it from day 2 in Tbilisi, Georgia. Let's see what the next day has for us. One of the best ways to learn about a city is through its food culture. And rather than walking around and enjoying all different types of food, we decided to get a food tour, and we started at the heart of the city at the Roman baths. These baths date back to the 5th century, and it was rebuilt in the 19th century. And it has its own little nature spot right in front, and the buildings around are very spectacular. Anyway, this is the starting spot of what we're going to do our food tour. After watching the Roman baths, we are going to a tea house very close to this place. But before we go there, let me show you this. On top of the hill, right next to Mother Armenia, is the Nari Kala fortress from 364 AD. This sits on top of the hill, and at the moment it is under construction as of July 2026. But there's a lot more to see in the city, from the churches to the bridges to everything else. And we start our journey today at the Medaki Church, which sits on one of the cliff edges next to the river. This church is in the heart of the city. In the daytime it looks quite spectacular, but at nighttime it looks even better when it is lit up along with the cliff edge. In front of the church is a statue of King Gogasali, who founded Tbilisi. Let's get started with this food tour.
Only country on culinary backstreet who has unfortunately the Soviet background. And I will tell a little bit overview of history, just to find out what's happened with our cuisine, and it's influenced a lot. If you will bothered with the historical overview or some kind of thing, just say,
Kachapuri.
Stop it, and I will obey. Okay, the plums, we have sour plum, which calls emali, and I highly recommend, if anywhere you will have chance, and especially in Kakheti, to have tasted the sour plum sauces. Of course, you have to do it. Okay.
So this is called the
This is kalapi.
Kalapi.
From You can join me here to be more close to the
All right, so we're gonna try this kalapi and kachapuri now.
kalapi and khachapuri.
With maca from
Georgia.
Tbilisi, Georgia.
Tbilisi.
Tbilisi, Georgia. All right, so this looks like the Netflix series with Charlie Human, who did that Texas Chainsaw Massacre, where you skin. So, worst association with food, but that's how it looks like. Leathery, hard texture, with a backdrop flavor. All right, let me enjoy this, and we'll move to the kachapuri in a moment. Kachapuri.
Maybe a little bit for her.
This is always good, kachapuri. Always delivers.
Yeah.
Perfect breakfast item.
It's very interesting. Like traditionally, we don't have defined time of eating, including breakfast. But it doesn't mean that you can't have food. As soon as you are hungry, you're welcome to eat.
All right.
It can be at 6 a.m. With the tripe soup, with a lot of garlic and 1 shot of ginger. And 99% of the population will say that it's not even the food, it's like medical treatment of the over.
Sure.
Yeah. So that's why it's not defined that when is breakfast, and we have traditionally understanding of breakfast like that.
After the tea house and the kachapuri and apple kalama, we made our way through one of the older streets, pedestrian only, to the next place. We were actually in the street the night before, which was quite happening.
I can take the picture of you.
I cannot recall the name of the statue, so if you do, please place it in the comments. And also, this church was centrally located, where we stopped and took a few pictures before moving on to our next restaurant, which is called Layla's Cafe.
Cafe Leila, and this is vegetarian cafe. And here we will try the starters of Georgian table, Georgian supper, which is the mixture of oriental. So in the middle, it's cornbread called uchadi. These are khalis. Khali is the general name of this. It's not like dips, but still it's meat-like. So this is carrot. This is red beans. This is eggplants. And this is a little bit different kind of cottage cheese together with mint and barberry on top. These are 3 kinds of cheese. This is salted one, like Emiratian one. This is Mingrelian sulguni, which is salted mozzarella. This is smoked sulguni, and these are pickles, like pepper, cabbage, cucumber, and this is very special things. It calls jonjoli.
I've seen the
And jonjoli is small tree. In the spring, people are gathering the flowers when it's blossoming and pickling them.
okay.
And it comes with the chopped onion, some coriander, and unfiltered sunflower oil, Tahitian oil.
After the vegetarian experience at Cafe Leila, we went to the famous clock tower, which is situated outside. On the way to the next restaurant, we stopped by this place where there was a lot of statues featured outside one of these hotels. This is the type of vehicle we took the other night for a city tour, and you can watch that video. The link is in the description below. The thing I noticed about Tbilisi, it's got a lot of green areas and a lot of statues. Having a walking food eating tour is great because it helps with the digestion. One more park and to the next restaurant. All right, we are going inside there to find Cafe Daphne. This is the local herbal soda.
So let's try just biting and putting the melted butter inside. And just continue.
You ready, Noor? After the Khinkali, we move to the final restaurant, and the name is in the labels, but it is not the Cat Cafe.
Oh,
What he has done. In Soviet Union, he was separated the fun.
Horse riding and camel riding.
Camel riding?
You know, my colleague,
Terrible.
Christo, you have seen her.
Yeah, yeah.
She was really afraid. But
This is bread.
I can good one here.
Good wine?
Yep, sounds good.
Sure. Yeah, why not? Why not?
Chicken dish.
Exactly.
Yeah,
We'll do that.
yeah.
We'll yeah, it's fine. No problem.
Be flexible.
Be flexible.
All right, we have a situation. The wine cellar go wind out.
Find out.
But they
It's got a winefall.
replace it with this beautiful red drink.
Yep, what we got here, Noor?
I don't know, but it looks like a grape drink.
What is this drink?
It's like compote.
Compote.
Compote is like when fruits are boiled together with a little bit sugar, and it's like chilled in the refrigerator. It's really very nice and very tasty.
So check out this place.
Is like
Got grapes on the top. Yeah.
Khinkali is the village in high and white.
Okay, thank you.
If they have amber also.
To everyone watching Nuri, this is halal wine. It's compote, it's not alcoholic. Cheers, bro. Have you heard of the Chronicles of Georgia? Well, it ain't like Narnia, but it is one of the most popular places in Georgia and Tbilisi. To get there, it is 8 kilometers northeast of the city, and once you get there, you're gonna realize there's a whole lot of stairs. Actually, 100 to be exact to get to the top. While we have Google confirmation that there's a road up to the back of the Chronicles of Narnia, getting on the road past the police officer is a little more difficult. Let's get started. There is absolutely 100 steps to do, and I got the motherfucking purchase. So yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a challenge, but let's do this. Climb those 100 stairs. Welcome to how to do vacation on crutches. Eventually, I did get up there, and this was my first view of the Chronicles of Narnia. Let's get a closer look. We are now officially at the Chronicles of Georgia, which was actually created in 1985. And take a look around 360. Oh, I'll do what I can do. I am sitting on one of the monuments, but this place is pretty spectacular. It was built in 1985. Switch the camera around. Work it, girl. So yeah, everyone's doing the posing. You gotta do it for the gram, baby. Gotta do it for the gram. Otherwise, people won't believe you actually visited this place. So I'm just sitting at the center monument. And you can see around me there is 16 pillars to be exact. And everyone's doing the posing. Mamas, baby mamas, daughters. And I have no idea where my baby is. Sure is around here somewhere. But yeah, this place is truly spectacular. And if you are coming here, you should come during sunset, which is quite spectacular. Yep, we're just gonna go to the exterior. So just on the other side of this, we have actually one of the monastery houses. And this is one of the car parks we actually try to drive up to. I'm not saying we try to bribe a police officer, but he didn't let us through. So that is the usual car park on the other side, so you can avoid all the steps, which I actually did. But let's go back in. There's Noor. getting busy, and let's see what we got here. Work it, work it, work it, work it, work it, work it, boom. Remix. And this is the church that sits on top of the hill. Sorry, the monastery. Let's call it the right thing. So this place is free entry. So you just need to drive up here and hopefully can come into this car park. If you can't, then it's about 100 stairs all the way to the top. But yeah, it's 8 kilometers outside of Tbilisi, so you can take a Bolt or one of the Yandex taxis to get here as well, and then climb the stairs. But once you get here, it can be quite hard to grab a taxi back because the traffic is a bit crazy. So do come here early in the morning, and it is open 24 hours, I think. Fact check me on that one. All right, here it is. Just presenting this beautiful place. Once again, away from my crutches, just want to show you the scale of this place. Each of these things are around 30 to 35 meters high. Truly amazing, built by the Soviets during that era in 1985, like I mentioned before. There is Nicola up there doing some photography. In the front of the building, they have this cross on this side, and there's stairs that go all around the building, or the monuments. Chronicles of Georgia in Tbilisi. Spectacular. You can also see the Tbilisi reservoir from the top over here, which is quite a spectacular view. What goes up must come down, so I had to take those 100 steps back down on crutches. And on the way down, I actually met some of the South African rugby team. Here with the South African under 20 players, they're going to the final playing England. Boys, good luck.
Good luck. Thank you. Thank you. This is the captain.
All right, what's your name, brother?
Say2.
Say2.
Yeah.
And yourself?
I'm Ray. I'm the communications and media manager.
All right. Springboks all the way, baby.
Thank you so much.
After this, we actually took a 4-day road trip across Georgia, and you can see these via the links in the video description below. Now let's get back to Tbilisi, which started off with a very dramatic car rental return, but eventually we got to the hotel, checked in, ready to explore. And that exploration started with the MIT Hotel's rooftop, which has beautiful views of the city. You can see the fortress over here, Mother Georgia next to it. The TV radio tower on the other side, and because we're in the old city, it's a bit of a different view from the previous hotel, which was on the west side, the newer side of Tbilisi. The reason we are on the rooftop is not just because of the views, it is actually because of the swimming pool, because someone needs to swim. Nicola, happy?
Yeah.
About to rain, but we'll have a swim either way. Post swimming, we decided to go out to town for dinner and actually figure out where to watch the World Cup final between Spain and Argentina. This is the old inner city streets, that's why it is bumpy, and you can see the Church of Nativity right in front of us. Plan for the evening was very simple: dinner, a family massage, and then the World Cup final, and then head back home. So this was the plan. Let's see how it goes. Anyway, we exited the old city eventually, driving slow, protect the driver's vehicle. Our first stop was a Thai restaurant because I need to get my spice game back on. It is day 7 or 8. I have lost track of time in Georgia, but we are back in Tbilisi, having left Kutiasi. And at least I'm getting the names correct as we move from town to town. And it is the 19th of July, Sunday. Argentina is playing Spain in roughly 2 hours. So we're going to go watch the game somewhere. But for now, it is back in Tbilisi at a place called 2605 Coffee. And what's the best thing to do before any football game is book a massage. And that is exactly what I'm doing. The other two already at the massage since they only had 2 masseurs. So I must follow suit after that in an almost 40 minutes. They'll be done so I can jump into my massage. But yes, Tbilisi, it grows on you. It's a beautiful city. So much to offer, so much nice people. A little bit of crazy driving, but we'll get to that in a moment later in the series. For now, we're just happy to be back in Tbilisi, safe and sound, because driving around Georgia, while it was easier and safer than Armenia, it was still dangerous. Yesterday we nearly got killed. So being back today and not driving for the next 2 days, just enjoying the city, is going to be a big plus. So let's go see how this football game is going and continue the journey in Tbilisi. There was a football watching hub in Central City, but with the rain predicted for the evening, it was a 50-50 decision if this was the place. It was packed and looked like a lot of fun, but not as much fun as it was back in Oslo when Norway was doing the roll. You know what I'm talking about. This exploration of the World Cup viewing hub was my pre-massage time. I had about 30 more minutes to kill, so hence I'm sitting here relaxing, checking the scene out. But let's get to the massage now. All right, it is time for the thigh massage before game. Let's do it. Well, that was what happened to my hair is the first question, but that was absolutely fantastic. I fell asleep, then the pain brought me back to life, and I fell asleep again, and something happened to my hair in between. Yeah, let's go out into the streets with this hairstyle. Gotta get changed, but that massage was fantastic. Thigh relax massage. That is the place in Tbilisi. 10 out of 10. Oh yes. We ended up watching the game back at the hotel to bring this night to an end. First time visitors in Tbilisi always wonder, what is the shiny building on the right side over here? Well, that is the Tbilisi Holy Trinity Church, and it is well lit up at 87 meters high. It is one of those churches that you have to go and explore. So let's go into this episode as we go inside the church and around it to check it out. Welcome to the church, the boss lady Nicoletta. Nicola, what do you think of the church? Good? All right, shall we go inside and have a look? Yeah. All right. While you're at this church, you have to cover your legs below the knees and also your shoulders. So I'm wearing a t-shirt, polo shirt, which is fine for the shoulders, but I need to cover my kahunas. Not my butte or kahunas, my knees. Thank you. Let me show you the church. Ta-da! That's all right. Yeah, that is quite impressive. And check out the surroundings. You have the Georgian flag not flying in the wind right now, but there is a whole structure around it. And an entry point on this side as well. Quite spectacular. Let's go inside and see how it is. Okay, we are inside. And this is just the entrance. Wait till you check out the central piece. All right, let's go explore this place as respectfully as possible. So that's why I am whispering. You can see the paintings on the wall. This is Nicola. She has transformed into something quite spectacular. Nice outfit. This place is quite spectacular, huge. We're gonna go check out the other side now. This is the front area directly looking at the top of the cathedral where the dome sits as well. Got a chair here as well. Not sure who that is for, but I'll familiarize myself with the religion afterwards. Or the rituals more. So this church was actually built between 1995 and 2004, post-Soviet era, and it has its current status as one of the largest in Tbilisi. So this is the front of the church right over here, and we just use the entrance on the side to get in. The front door has been closed, and if you look around, we have a beautiful view of the whole city. In the far distance over there you will see Mother Georgia on top of the hill. Let me zoom in on that. Then we have the clock tower, another church in the front, and the entirety of the city. Let's just stop it at that. Anyway, that is it from the church. Let's move to the next church. Are we going to another church? Or shall we go get some pasta?
Pasta.
When was the last time you had pasta?
Maybe from the second day we were here.
Okay. And what was the best meal you've had in Tbilisi?
I know.
You don't know?
Maybe pasta. No, the macaroni.
Pasta, macaroni. You didn't like the Georgian food?
Only a tiny bit.
It's so-so?
Yeah.
All right, let's go get some pasta, and then we're gonna do some shopping. All right, you're really close. I can see your face. Say bye-bye.
Bye.
Before we get to lunch, let me show you the view of the church from the front gates. Yes, this spectacular building behind me looks great from where I am standing, but once I get to the front gates, it was a total different perspective. And this is the front. The front gate, to be specific, and when you turn around, you see the spectacular view. When in Tbilisi, the Holy Trinity Church is one of the must-see items. Once again, the gates close in the early evening. This is it, the actual gate. And this is a view of it from outside at a cafe, which we'll get to in a moment. But once again, this is the beautiful view. And as you can see, it is not too crowded when we visited at 10:30 in the morning. The main entrance is on the west side of the church, and in the morning, we took the south entry point. Either entry point involves a bit of steps and walking, but it is worth it. Also, there are a lot of smaller buildings to explore on the church premises on either side. Now back to my daughter's lunch request. All right, this is the beautiful church, and we have wrapped up. It was absolutely amazing. This view I showed earlier, this is actually from Cafe Natra, right outside the front of the church on the west entry point, the main gates. The goal was to get out of the heat and get to the nearest cafe, and I thought this place was gonna be a tourist trap with a beautiful view. But to my surprise, the drinks and the food items were really good. While we did not find the pasta as planned, we found the next best thing, which you'll see in a moment, and that is waffles. Does waffle make Nicola happy? Nicola, will this make you happy? Yes? All right. Next up is the Stamba Hotel food area. While this was not part of the food tour, I felt like I needed to include it because it's a beautiful place where I had a food-gasm. The hotel has a library, a co-working space, and lots of gardens inside and outside, and much, much more. The architecture of Stamba Hotel sets this place as much different to anything else I've experienced inside Tbilisi. This is just the east side entrance of the building that was mind-blowing. But what's coming up next is the food area. So we're inside this place called Stamba Hotel, and apparently I discovered that downstairs is the most amazing food place. You have Georgian cuisine just behind me all the way there. I'll give you a glimpse of it in a wee bit. In front of me is this beautiful bakery where the food is rather extraordinary. I guess it's the presentation. I see this all the time. But those cinnamon buns look really good. I'm gonna hit them up later. But first, check out the environment over here. It's got beautiful seatings, and in the middle you have just your regular Georgian kitchen. You can see the guy getting busy, but the settings are truly remarkable. It's a old factory style building, and you can see the structure above. Everything's been kept in place, perhaps a coat of paint. But let's go check it out. The food's on its way, and I'll show you the rest of this place in a moment. This is the exterior. It's a beautiful outdoor garden with some bamboo plants, which is quite significant here in the botanical gardens in Georgia. So having this is quite, I say, full circle moment. And behind me is someone's hands. I don't know who this is. Who is it? Oh my God, can't see her. Let's switch the camera around. It's Nicola. How was the toilets? Yep.
Old fashioned.
Old fashioned, is it on the ground? Is it underground? Chinese style? Okay, that's not old fashioned. All right, cool. Sounds good. Food's on its way. This is the gardens I mentioned. Very subtle and just part of the setup, and then we go inside. You can see this place is pretty freaking awesome. And this is where my food is being cooked, so I am looking forward to get on it. Chicken katsu. Hey. Chicken karagai with sauce. This chicken is absolutely amazing. Let's go jalapeno sauce in it. By the way, the cinnamon bun for dessert, that was great. Getting to Stamba Hotel is quite straightforward using Bolt or the Yandex taxi service. You can also wait inside with the air condition and beautiful views. This was our final day in Tbilisi, and our flight was 6 a.m. the next day. So in the evening, we opted for pizza and a pasta because that was the easy choice, and then it was a very early night. And a very early morning the next day, at the airport, we actually got help in a wheelchair. Good morning from Tbilisi Airport. It is 4:55 and our flight is leaving at 6:10. So early start, woke up at 3 o'clock and got a taxi at 3:30 to get to the airport. And because I'm still carrying a small niggle on my right feet, walking long distances to the airport is not recommended in my recovery. So you can see I am seated on a wheelchair, getting the wheelchair assistance at Tbilisi Airport via Air Baltic, and so far it has been exceptionally great service. So the guy helping me out has been really good. Bypassing security quite fast, passport control. So yeah, it is a win.
So let's get to the gate and I'll let you know how the journey goes. But so far, so good. Although I do need a coffee. So let's go try to figure that out while using wheelchair assistance. This has become a whole new segment of travel that I've never explored before. Traveling with wheelchair assistance. So hope any of the advice you get from here helps.
The actual airport is medium sized and quite easy to navigate between the gates. Also, the duty-free shop had all the items you wanted to buy but forgot to buy, so it was well stocked.
This is the duty-free. Alright.
I was placed in the bus boarding area to get to the plane, and I'm not sure what exactly I'm riding yet. Oh wait, hold on now, hold on. What is that? I was totally not expecting this. The hydraulic lift to get me into a truck and to the plane. This was mind-blowing, exceptionally great service. And quite an adventure for my daughter.
There we go.
Behind this door was the aircraft, and it was actually the door on the other side of the plane, so I had my own private entry into the plane. It was great in the moment, and we took off safely to Riga and then back to Oslo. And those who are wondering, recovery is going well. I am back walking. And thank you for watching. And if you have any comments or questions, place it down below, and looking forward to interact. Thank you so much.